Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel once again. So today's video is very simple. I'm going to paint couple of flowers with the help of pink color and going to paint some of leaves and stems with the help of green color. So I'm going to do all these flowers with very simple steps. I'm not concentrating much on creating these flowers with precision. So you can imagine any kind of flower. You can also consider wildflowers and paint all these flowers roughly. So do not concentrate much on making these flowers with precision. So just randomly create all these flowers. You can imagine any flower and then just try creating all these flowers. So in the first flower I have created a bigger base with the help of green color and creating couple of petals around it, mostly towards upward direction. This perspective is side perspective, so we are not seeing the center part of the flower. Now in the second flower you can create an oval kind of shape. You can keep this oval shape in a different angle, and then in the center you can create a smaller oval shape to create the center part of the flower. Again, I'm concentrating on perspective, so I'm trying to create different kind of perspective, different kind of flower, but you can create as per your need and whatever you are comfortable with, because in today's video we are concentrating much on using colored pen and making our flowers little bit better as compared to the loose one. So again, I'm creating petals around the center part of the flower, keeping the negative space in the center to create the center part. Now in this one I'm creating one strokes petal little longer and pointed, and you can create center part of the flower with brown color or yellow color or whatever you like. Now I am creating couple of more petals. You can wait until the first layer of petal have dried completely, or else you can start painting like this. Now I know we are not able to see all the petals very clearly, but that's the reason we are going to use ball pen at the end to make it better. So if you are a beginner and you are struggling with creating flowers, you end up creating so many petals which is not clearly visible, then this video is definitely for you, because ball pen is the easiest solution to make things better. Now in this particular flower I am creating 3 round shape sharing the same circumference from the top, and then in the center part I am creating couple of petals to fill that particular area. Now in the upward direction I am creating smaller petals and keeping one negative space in the center. This one is also similar to the second one. The only difference is we are arranging these petals in a different way to create different kind of flower. So this flower is inspired by peony, so I'm trying to create many petals around the base area. And again, I'm not thinking much around petal shape and all. I'm just trying to do it randomly. So you can do something like this, and then you can create smaller sepals at the base, because this is the side perspective. So in this video we are learning two things. First, you can paint different kind of flower having same color in it. So I'm using same pink color, same green color to paint all these flowers. The only difference is you can keep the petals little longer, little broader, little finer. So in this particular flower I'm keeping the petals very fine and longer and pointed. So I have created a circle and I'm creating these petals around it. This is the front perspective wherein you are seeing the flower whole. So nothing is invisible, everything is visible. And then at the edge you can create smaller petals to make it little bushier. This flower is very easy to paint. You just need little practice around creating one stroke petals little longer and pointed. You can keep the center part according to you. You can choose any kind of color, and you can take inspiration from real flowers as well. And You can create couple of leaves, stems and all those things also. Again, as you can see, I'm not doing too much around leaves and all. I'm keeping leaves also simple. These one strokes flowers are very easy to paint. You just need to understand how you can paint these one strokes petals and leaves. I have already created many videos around one stroke technique, so you can refer to those videos also to learn the basic guideline to create all these petals and leaves. I can give you a link into my description section as well. Now in this particular flower, again this one is similar to second one, but I have created little bigger petal this time, and I'm purposefully trying to make it little overlapped with each other. My petals are not dried, so that's why you're not able to see the petals clearly, but it's fine. We are going to correct all those things with the help of pen. I'm going to use colored ball pen, but if you don't have colored ball pen, don't worry, you can use normal blue pen or black ball pen also, which is easily available, or else you can try buying these colored pen, because this is very useful to make your painting little better. Now in this one I'm creating very fine petals. So basically I'm using only tip of my brush to create all these things. I'm not applying any kind of pressure, and that is why I'm able to do this fine element as well with a bigger brush. If you're not comfortable doing this with a bigger brush, you can use a smaller brush as well. It's totally fine, but having control like this, wherein you can create different kind or different size of petal with one single brush, is something very nice to learn, and because of which you can easily paint many kind and many shape of petals with one single brush. So let's create couple of more flowers. So in this one I'm only creating 3 petals, very bigger in size, little bit rounded, and then you can create center part and stems. But before that, let me create one more flower. So in this one I'm mixing fine petal and bigger petal together, so alternate. I have few petals little bigger and few petals little pointed. Now in the last one I'm making small pink flower in a group. This one is again on the loose side, so you might not able to see all the petals clearly, but it's totally fine. Create stems for all the 3 flowers that you have. If you want, you can add sepals at the base, and different kind of flower. I can think only these 9 flowers as of now. You can paint as many as you like, and then you can add more petals in this one, and then you can finish all these flowers with the help of stems and leaves and center part of the flower. Now this is the base of today's video. We are done creating all these flowers using one stroke technique. You just need to understand how much pressure you need to apply into your brush and in which direction you need to move your brush. So if you are able to understand these 2 things, you can paint all these flowers easily. Now we are going to use ball pen to finish all these flowers. So my flowers are in pink color, so I'm using this pink ball pen. Again, I'm using this colored ball pen. I'm using pink color and green color. I have used minimum color in my flowers today to show you how we can make our flowers and leaves better with the help of ball pen, and this is the easiest way to do. You can do all these things with the help of fine brush as well, but sometime using fine brush is difficult for beginners, and it is not something we generally use, and we generally keep these kind of brush. So I think ball pen is something very useful. If you don't have colored ball pen, just try creating all these things with normal black ball pen or blue ball pen also. That is also totally fine. Try creating these things with black ball pen if possible, If not, then blue ball pen is also fine. You might end up creating very loose kind of flowers wherein you are not able to see any single petal, which is also fine. Try creating any kind of flower. Even this is your first time to paint your flower, just go for it. Try create any random flower and then use this ball pen, outline the petal area and then define your petal shape. In my flowers I can see petals, you might not able to see your petals, but it's totally fine. Create all these things with the help of ball pen and you end up seeing very different kind of flower, which is far better than previous version. I don't have before and after photo, but I think you understand it, like how we can define all these petals and leaves in a better way. You can also shade your petal area. You can also do some sketching around the inner corner and create multiple fine lines, which we usually see in our flowers, and this is very simple to do. You can create fine vines around your leaf area, especially if you're creating some bigger leaves wherein you need very fine elements like this. So I think buying this colored pen is totally worth, and you can definitely try buying this ball pen, which is easily available in offline and online market. Now let's repeat the similar kind of stuff for all the flowers that you have. So let me outline all the petals for this particular flowers as well. And like in this one, last one is having a group of flowers and we are not able to see any single flower clearly, but if you define your flowers with the help of ball pen like this, you can start seeing all these flowers in a better way. So it is definitely helpful when your elements are smaller in size to outline the structure or to create fine elements like you are doing some bigger leaves. You can also make your elements little bushier, like in this particular flower we have very fine petals, so you can make the petals little bushier. So I'm basically repeating this similar thing. I'm just outlining my flower petals and leaves to make my petals more defined, and I'm able to see things clearly as compared to the previous version. So I'm hoping you are also liking this way to paint our flowers and hope this video is helpful for you guys. Please do let me know if you guys have any kind of feedback for me, and do learn one stroke technique to paint all these flowers and leaves. I can give you a link into my description section, so please go through and learn this one stroke technique step by step. And thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.